glad to be back with you here on Crafters TV. It's the Craft Vault, and we're going to kick off, I'm knackered. We're going to kick off my week in style because we've got Sara's signature and we've got Sara herself with me. I will not be able to keep that energy level up for the whole week, I don't think, Sara.
You can tell he's had a couple of days off. You can tell he's had a couple of days off. Do you know what? Let's see what he's like on Craft Vault on Friday morning. Let's see what he's like on Craft Vault on Friday morning. But I think he deserves a dance because when I said I could do Craft Vault today, I said, is there any chance we could do a whole Craft Vault with my Sara signatures? Like literally the whole Craft Vault. Now I'm going to tell you now, the deals are fantastic. We've got some stuff here that I bet you never even thought we'd manage to dig up from the bottom corner of the warehouse. We've got some limited quantities. Joe's going to run you through everything. Some of the stuff here, guys, I'll just tell you, it will go. And I'm looking at this now. I'm due to be back again with Craft Vault at 7 o'clock tonight. Thank goodness a lot of you in America got up nice and early to watch this. It's all I can say because a lot of these deals will not last through till the 7 o'clock show. It might be, Joe, we just don't end up with the 7 o'clock show. If we sell out of everything in this show, we get to go home for an early bath. How's that sound?
Oh, no, I think you'll have to just come back and do more demonstrations. I think that's how it works, I'm afraid.
Well, I can tell you one thing's for sure, we can't get any more products added. So if we sell out of like everything in this show, which is a high possibility, we can't, there's no more bundles. You've got all of the Sara signature bundles we were able to add. Honestly, wait till you see the deals that we've got for you. Wait till I've got so many demos. It's going to be an awesome hour.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Loads of you as well chatting away, saying hi already. I can say Lynn Harvey is in, who has assured me she's going to watch all of my shows today. So thank you for that, Lynn. Serenity's in, Helen Peachy, Patty's here from Michigan, Kathy's in from Illinois, Jan in Ravello. Hi, Jan. She says, go Joe. Diana's in as well, as is Laurie. And also, we've got Johnny and Charlotte next door in the gallery as well. They're saying hello. Jake's out there making sure we're all running like clockwork. Should we just get into it? Because there is so much in this show. So many amazing deals. Let's start off with Crafty Fun. Shut the front door, shut the back door, and call the warehouse because you will not believe what you are saving here. Club members are saving $38.34 or $53.20. Look at the price. It is absolutely unbelievable value for money. This is everything that you are getting in here included, which is awesome. So you've got a fantastic embossing folder. You've got dies, stencils in here. We've even put those awesome metal charms in there for you as well. Sentiment dies and lots of stamps in there as well. So it's a really good all-round collection from our Crafty Fun Sara signature range, which is fantastic. Check out some of the awesome things that you are going to be making with this. I know it does what it says on the tin, but if you want a collection that is fun, that is different, it's going to make your project stand out, then I really think this is it. And also, guys, it's Treat Yourself Tuesday. £11.98, £16.62. I mean,
you can't afford to not treat yourself at that price.
Absolutely cannot afford to not treat yourself. Lots of you are still chatting away. Remember, if you want to chat with me, you can do so in all the usual ways. So Crafters TV if you're on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're over on YouTube. Email us pictures as well, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. We've got a fantastic 3-piece 6x6 paper pad collection for you on the show for less than 10 whole English pounds. Can you believe this? So in here, you're going to get the Garden of Love. 10% already gone.
That one will go. That one will go this show.
It is going to go. This Garden of Love is so classy. It really is. Gorgeous, beautiful, floral themes all the way through. Then, how have we done this? Caring Thoughts. Hang on a minute. This is our current Sara signature collection. And not only are you getting papers, you're also going to get those awesome die-cut toppers in the back of there as well, which is fantastic. All of those gorgeous papers could be yours. These 6x6 is beautiful for those smaller card styles that you might want to do. And then the other one you're going to get is the Rose Garden as well. I beg your pardon. Yes, Rose Garden. You've got that in here again, really gorgeous pastel floral themes all the way through. Something that is truly, truly versatile. You're going to be able to use this for loads of different themes of projects. $11.98 or $19.90. Platinum members, I know, less than £10, less than $16. It is awesome value. Now, should we quickly just whiz through all the other stuff because there's a lot of stuff on the show that I really don't want you to miss out on. Garden of Love, this is awesome. $23.17, $32.34, saving more than you're spending. It's a really, really awesome collection. And you've got Vellum in there. Oh, talking of Vellum, vellum. You've also got vellum in here as well. That gorgeous glittering Snowflakes vellum pad is in there. The vellum pad alone is worth £25 or $33, guys, just to give you an idea of how awesome the value is there. We've then got rose gold. We haven't got any old rose gold. Oh no, we've got half price rose gold for you on this show, which is awesome. You're saving more than you are spending if you are, of course, a Club Inspire Platinum member. Now, I want to share that glittering Snowflakes with you because it is already very busy on that. What you're getting in here is an awesome stamp and die. Really, really love this one. Winter, if you've got your opaque pigment pads, you're going to love using those, and you can get a whole sentiment customized for you there. You've got a cut and emboss folder in here as well, which is just beautiful with the winter there. And you've also got as well this here, which is your frosted window, which is great for a shaker card. But the pièce de résistance, as they say in Paris, apparently, is, of course, this. Boom. It is the vellum pad, and it is so gorgeous. It's Christmas themed. Is it? Absolutely. Could you use it for other winter themed projects? Could you actually use something like this print here all the year round? I think you absolutely could. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm right in saying it was the first 12 by 12 vellum pad that we did. I could be wrong, but I think it was. So do grab that. Always so very popular whenever you see it, especially on such an incredible price. The great thing as well about getting a winter collection now is that this was one of our most recent Nature's Garden collections. So you want to get it right. Sorry, Sara Signature collection. So you want to get it now because you're not going to get that price when we bring it to you in the winter. I should not think. Loads of you still chatting away over in the comments. Please keep sending me pictures. Keep chatting away with me. But Sara, I know you've got loads that you want to get through in the next hour.
Well, because we've got to give loads of time equally to all the collections, had to start with that vellum pad. Because honestly, I did not know we had any of these left. And if I flick you through this is, I mean, literally the peak of absolute luxury. It's the really deep, intensive colours there on the vellum. This one, it's just amazing, right? Now, what I would be doing, and last week I did a couple of shows, Joe, where I had our envelope maker board on.
Nice.
And I thought, right, look, I've just cut through there. I've missed some of the best pages out. So I thought, right, how about we just take a card at random or a couple and make some envelopes for them, right? So let's have a little look. We could be doing one with that amazing cut and emboss folder that you've got in here and that lovely winter stamp on there. There is that winter one on here again. We could be making one for this. We could be making one. Now these are fabulous, right? So this is that lovely big die cut, which is absolutely perfect for doing your shaker cards. We could be doing one like that. Hey, you could be making cards like this, folks. That is with that vellum inside there, with the lights inside. What a fabulous card this one is, isn't it? I love that card. But actually, do you know what I thought I'd do? I thought I'd pick this one, Joe, because it's really, really big. So you've got that absolutely massive card, which I have got upside down here. So you've got that massive card, and let's say, right, you'd never be able to buy an envelope for that in the shop. And also, that card is amazing. Why on earth would you ruin that with a plain white envelope when we could make a vellum envelope, right? So let's I think this vellum here would be really, really perfect for it.
Debbie says as well, I used some of that vellum pad yesterday for a birthday card that needed some sky, so definitely not just for Christmas, Sara.
Very true, very true. Now let's have a look. Should we measure the card? The card is, it's 8 by 8, right? So it's 8 by 8, and I'm going to do a flat envelope for it. So if we go to flat envelopes here, right, I'm going to flip over, and our 8 by 8, if I come along here, I need 11 5/8 of an inch. So what we're going to do is, we're going to bring this card in, it's not card, it's vellum, and we're going to trim it to 11 5/8. So that's just past 11 and a half. Don't try and guess it. Let's have a look. I'm going to trim this side off first. Don't try and guess it 11 5/8. There's 11 4/8, which would be the halfway point, and 5/8 there. So tiny little sliver off the top, and then tiny little sliver off the side. 11 5/8 on there. There we go. 11 5/8, and it said use line L in position 1. So all we're going to do is into here, into position 1, and you're going to bring in that score line and line L. So you go L, and because it's a square envelope, Joe, it's the same line on all 4 sides.
Is it exactly the same process if we were using a regular card or a regular paper stock when we use vellum? Is there anything else we have to bear in mind, Sarah?
No, exactly the same. And notice I'm being quite gentle here, right? So I'm using the pointiest, the smallest head embossing tool, but I'm being relatively gentle on there. And then as I look at the 4 sides, I'm going to then fold it away from itself. Actually, you could probably fold it either way with this. Yeah, there we go. So you just put that score line in, and then I'm going to crease it from there over. So can you see I've continued on with the score line, creasing it from there over. Now, if you want to be really professional, then once you've put all of these crease lines in, what you can then do is you can come in, see I've just cracked mine a little bit there. You're going to be a bit more gentle when you do yours, okay? You're going to come in with your scissors and just trim out those corners. Can you see? And it just means your whole envelope will stick a little bit flatter, all right? So nice and gentle, and I'm just easing out. Learn from my mistakes, folks. Don't go too heavy-handed with that vellum. I mean, if you do, you can easily just put a little bit of tape over it. Nobody would ever notice. But this was what? I mean, because you're buying the pad at a fraction of the cost that you would usually have paid for it, you're getting an awesome deal. So the envelopes start costing you pennies to do. Now, let's have a little look. I quite like this, I think, for like the top and the bottom. Yep. So if I put these 2 sides in,
Lovely to get a little sneak of your project coming through as well when it lands. You know, it's like, it's beautifully packaged, but everyone that has touched that on its way from you to whoever you're posting it to, they know that you're an awesome crafter because they're getting a little sneaky peek of what's going on inside there, aren't they?
Very, very good point. And then if you look how it makes the envelope, it will make it just ever so slightly larger than 8 by 8, so that you've got then the envelope, look at this, the exact right size to go with the card. And I mean, that is about as professional as that is like the epitome of awesome card making, having an 8 by 8 card with a perfect matching 8 by 8 size envelope. And we can do envelopes in any, I could have picked any card out of that whole collection, made the envelope in a few seconds with 1 sheet of the vellum. Or a vellum wrap, or the vellum, the little peeky bit through, any of these, it's like so easy to do.
Yeah, absolutely. That die as well, the one that's going to do that cut through for you, is going to work perfectly with that vellum. Remember what you're getting in there. You're getting the vellum, you are getting the cut and emboss folder, you're getting the dies, and you're getting that awesome stamps and dies as well. £37 or $48 if you want to go for that. As a platinum member, you're saving £27 so you're just saving just over, I think it's just over $40 you're saving there. So do grab that. Very, very busy on that immediately. Something else that we are busy for is the rose gold. Oh gosh, I remember when we launched this. The excitement. Actually, do you know what? It wasn't excitement. It was hysteria is what it was.
You were hysterical, I remember.
I was hysterical, I really, really was. But what you're getting in here is a really great, succinct collection from our rose gold collection. It's still up there, I think, maybe as my favourite ever signature collection. I think it is absolutely stunning. You've got a really small frame. What I love is there's loads you can do with these. We're also giving you some foil stamp and cut die in here as well. So the foil stamp and cut die alone, if you wanted to go and buy that, you'd be looking at $19.99 or $22. So, I mean, for a few more pounds or dollars, you've got the whole collection here, which is awesome.
And stay tuned, Joe, and I'm going to use that later and show you how we can foil onto candles and cello bags in a craft vault demonstration. That's coming up later.
Absolutely spoiling us today, Sara. You really are. We've also got a really nice border embossing folder here, and you're going to get as well the cut and emboss folder, which is your decorative rose frames. Let me just show you some of the gorgeous things that you can achieve, because I mean, if you want something that is decadent, that is maximalist, that is absolutely gorgeous, then this is it. I mean, it is class in a glass, this collection. It really, really is something stunning, and I think it is unashamedly kind of girly, but also a little bit Art Deco and a little bit luxe at the same time, and I love that. How beautiful. And, I mean, has there ever been a more affordable time to dip your toe in to the Rose Gold collection? As a Club Inspire Platinum member here, I mean, you've got a fantastic deal. You're saving $30.95 or $37.91. One more quick reminder as well of the paper pads. A fifth of the stock now gone. I'm just going to quickly run you through what you get. I don't think we've got enough of these to last this show, let alone the later show. You're going to get the Rose Garden, the Garden of Love, and the Caring Thoughts. Remember, the Caring Thoughts got the papers. It's also got those pages of pop-out die-cut elements in there as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. So you're getting, you're getting a lot in there. So you're getting 4. I'm going to work out how many sheets you're getting in a minute, Sarah, because that is very.
You got to add the 3 of them together.
Very quick math for a Monday morning. I want to move on as well. Just
Tuesday morning even. I know it's Monday for you.
Fake Monday today. So it was all going so well. I want to take you back to what I think is the deal of the show, the Crafty Fun, because, I mean, guys, you're paying $9.58 as a platinum member, you're saving £38. As a platinum member in the US, you're paying $13 and you're saving $53. It is a shut the front door and don't tell Simon kind of deal. So what you've got in here, remember, is you've got an awesome embossing folder in here, which is fantastic. We're also going to give you a couple of dies. So you've got your needles and yarn. You've also got your craft caddy in there. You've got a great stencil, some stamps, you've got charms. You've even got more metal dies in there, which is fantastic. I just want to show you the craft caddy, because the craft caddy on its own is such a substantial die, and it would actually be more than the whole of this, than what you're paying for the whole collection. £14.99 or $19.95 is what you should be paying for that. So I mean, we're going to give you a discount on that and then send you all the other elements. What a cracking deal this is, Sara.
Well, that is the one that I'm going to be using next, and I thought, let's do a shaped card. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to go even better shaped card than what I was going to. Yes, let's go for it. How about we make this into a shaped easel card?
Oh, yes.
With this. Now, I won't do all the decoration, but I'll show you how to create the base card to start with, okay? So, if you just lift this out, the idea with this one, Joe, is that you get like all the little extra pieces that go with it, but then the main die is this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off here, and let's just give a bit of a start. So let's make it out of craft cards, should we? Right? This die is, let's have a little look, it's 3 inches deep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of card that's 6 inches deep and trim it in half, right? So 6 inches, I'm going to go 3 inches, I need to go 3 inches this way, don't I? Yeah, 3 inches, fold it in half. I've obviously not cut that very well, have I not? And then let's have a look. We can fit one on. I need to fit a second one on. This is what happens, guys, when I do my cards really quickly before I'm thinking. So you need one piece, and then we need another piece of card cutting large enough to cut that out of. Yes, there we go. Right? Now, watch what we're going to do. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to, see this die here, Joe? I'm going to put it so that the top cutting edge is over the top of there, right? So the cutting edge is over the top. I bring in a little bit of tape, hold that in place. There we go. And then we'll just send that through and do the cut really quickly.
Awesome. Jan got so excited, she's burnt the fish, Sara. So excited the show was finished, she was starting, she's having fish and chips for lunch, she's burnt it.
Oh.
She lives in, I bet you can't get good fish and chips on the Amalfi Coast, you know, in Ravello, where Jan lives. I can see why you're making your own.
I bet getting good fish and chips is the least of her worries with all the other great food she'll be able to get hold of.
Probably, all that Prosecco and ice cream is the last of our concerns.
Exactly, right? So, there is the base, right? So can you see we've cut through 2 layers there. And then I'm going to bring this and cut through another layer on here. Let's have a look, I'm going to chance it.
Kimberly says, doesn't Sara look beautiful today? She does. Lots of love for your necklace in the comments, Sara.
Lots of love for my necklace.
Your necklace, yeah.
You want me to be really honest?
Yeah.
So I was at HSN one day, and I don't think they thought I was styled quite well enough to go on the show. So someone tactically came and had a chat with me about the fact that I could go and see the HSN stylist who would finish off the look for me, right?
Finish off the look.
Finish off the look.
Wow.
Right? So yes.
Suppose you didn't finish her off.
I went to the special little room where they finish off the look for you. First time I'd ever been in, didn't even know it was there. And she finished it off with this lovely necklace. And let me just say, I forgot to return it at the end of the show. And so I finish off the look on a regular basis with said lovely necklace.
That is so
from
funny.
HSN. So thank you very much, HSN, for helping me finish my look. So, right, I don't know if I should have said that live on air. Don't give it. Hey, if they'd given me anything else, I would have absolutely returned it. But you know what? They've got this lovely bank and pulver. It's all this stuff that they sell on air. So I'm sure you could go and buy this from HSN if you wanted to. 3 years ago at some point, folks. Right, okay, ready to make this into an easel card.
You dug yourself back out of that there again. Good work, Sara.
Right, so what we've done here is, okay, you've got that base. Now, actually, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I think I'll fold this inside out, actually. Look at this, right? So that we get all the detail on the bottom one. And then this here, let's have a look at how it is. Nearly 2.5, so 1.25 inches. Can you see? You put the score line in the middle there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that score line in the middle. Then what we'll do is we'll just put loads of tape along this bottom part here and connect this to that part there, right? So that what we've then done is we've made a stand that is the base of the card, okay? Now, from there, you can go and decorate it however you might want to decorate it, right? But you imagine you'd now decorated it with all those lovely papers, and then that mounts onto the front of here. Because you've got that like little easel display card. Oh, there's my foil press telling us it's ready. Right, so you're going to layer that up at the front and then just make a little stopper there. You've got the whole card that is the shape of a bag. And I think whilst the bags look brilliant on the front of a card like this, I mean, hey, look at that, mind.
I was meant to tell you a fifth of the stock had gone here, Sara, and I was snoozing on the job, I'm afraid, because now a quarter has gone.
Yeah, this will absolutely be gone, folks, by the time we get to that. That caddy, if you love the caddy, which I do, and do you know what? I love it that that caddy could be a caddy for a paper crafter. It could be a caddy for an artist. It could be a caddy for our Bernie with all the sewn bits and pieces.
Oh, yeah.
It could be a caddy for a knitter. Hey, I've just had a big delivery, Joe. I've ordered some new crochet hooks and a load of crochet yarn. I'm going to crochet some new projects. You inspired me last year. So I've just had a big delivery arrive yesterday, on Monday.
How
so you
fabulous.
could be making me a little crochet caddy in there. But how easy is it to use that die, even to make a shaped card, to then do all of your embellishing with?
Awesome. Make sure you grab it because, as we said, you know, you're paying less than the whole. You're paying basically less than the cost of that one die alone for the whole thing, which is awesome. Lots of you chatting away says, Sara, you are keeping it safe until we can Sara, I hope you're keeping safe until we can travel again, and then hopefully we'll see you back on air at HSN. I'm sure that's the plan in the future at some point, isn't it, Sara?
Do you know what HSN have said? They're loving all the feedback that people are getting where you go into people's houses to kind of see, or you're coming to our studio and see. So they're actually hoping that we'll do a mix of some stuff in the studio, but they'll still always keep a little bit of this, you know, coming kind of on location for the shoots as it was, which is fabulous.
Oh,
Best
that's
of both
awesome.
worlds.
Yeah, absolutely. Teresa says, I'm going to make that card today. You've inspired me, Sara.
Yes, Teresa, when you make it, will you share it on my Facebook page?
Yes, please
do. You know, I logged onto Facebook to start to log on to the show, because then I can see who's chatting along and I can join the comments. And as I did, it's Christine Mahoney, one of her makes, come up from last night. So I was like, oh, that's lovely, Christine. And then I scrolled down to the next one, and then I had that moment of realisation of, I'm live on air. I'm supposed to be getting ready for the demo, not chit-chatting on Facebook.
That's my job, Sara.
Yes, very true.
Bernie Burn Fire says, I love the finish off the look. Lots of comments about that. And Abby says, morning crafters. I love these shows, especially Sara's demos. Sara, it's Pancake Day today, isn't it? Shrove Tuesday.
Shrove Tuesday. Yes, it is. Do you know what? Has Craig been tossing pancakes this month?
Yeah.
Oh, he does all that. Do you know he didn't bring any through for us in the office, did he not?
I've seen some knocking around backstage. I really have.
Oh.
Anyway, the drive-through place are doing them all day. There was a little notice this morning. I may have stopped there on the way in.
Oh.
And had something very, very healthy. Right, let me go move on to the Garden of Love for you, because it is so incredibly busy here. You've got, again, a great price here on this. And I mean, it's kind of love themed, but you'll definitely find other uses for these. You've got great sentiments in here. So you're going to be able to use these across a whole host of different projects. Everlasting Love in here as well. I love the stamps that you get in here. You've got some great stamp sets in here. This one definitely going to be fabulous if you are planning any kind of party or wedding or occasion at some point in the future, which is fantastic. You've then got this next one, which is the Floral Bouquet. This is fantastic. This is great for making up wreaths, as you can see here, but it is also great if you've got pigment ink pads, you want to make your own backing papers with this, you are going to have have an absolute hoot doing that. And we've then got foiling in here for you as well, which is fantastic. So you've got that gorgeous foiled sort of monogram frame there, which is absolutely fantastic. What you've also got in here as well is vellums. Now, the vellum's kind of different in style to the vellums that we bring in our vellum pad. It's really gorgeously shiny. Check out that. I mean, it is like, it's like gold llama, isn't it? Wonderful. And then what you've got here is this gorgeous white one as well. You can add colour to these, don't forget. So it's really fantastic if you want to do that as well, then of course you can. You're saving $39.39 as a Club Inspire Platinum member in the UK. I know. Or $54.98 you're saving as a Platinum member in the US, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, we're going to have to, just because it is so busy there, we're going to have to go back to the rose gold. Let me just grab this from down here. Sorry, I'm just in the basement, bear with. There we are. So, let me take you through this again, what you're getting. Awesome sentiments that you can use on a whole host of different projects, which is wonderful. You've got that gorgeous little frame. That is perfect for putting little...
I use that all the time. Stoppers on easels.
Gorgeous.
Cut it in half diagonally. Absolutely perfect.
Wonderful. Foiling. Hello, foiling.
One of my favourite foiling dies ever. That's what I'm going to be using in the demo. I'm going to foil that onto a candle.
Awesome. A border embossing folder as well, which I love, and that fantastic cut and emboss folder. It's one of the most popular elements of this collection.
One of the most popular cut and emboss folders we've ever made, Joe.
Absolutely. £30 you save as a Platinum member in the UK, $37 in the US. I think it just needs to fall into your basket because everyone's going to be getting that for less than half price. So it definitely was. It definitely was one of the biggest signature launches of last year, this, wasn't it, Sarah? And people just got so excited for it.
It was, and what you've got to remember is they're limited edition. So we try and gauge what's going to be the most popular items. We buy more of these, yada, yada, yada. We never get it right. We generally have sellouts straight away, and then what you've got is basically whatever gets left. It's generally the stuff that was the most popular that we bought deeper to start with, which is what you're experiencing in a lot of these kits. That's all we have though, and we won't be bringing these back. So if there's something that you're seeing in this kit that you want, it's on this craft vault today because it's last chance saloon. So these are your last chance. So for example, you love this foiling die, no point coming crying to Joe in 2 weeks' time telling him, how can you get that foiling die back from me, Joe? Because we can't, because it was in this kit today. This is your last chance to get it. Now, I'm going to show you how to foil onto a candle, right? And this is actually just a pillar candle we had backstage that I think someone's been lighting. So I'm going to show you how we can transfer onto the candle. So what you're going to do is, you're going to need a little bit of tissue. So I always keep the bits of tissue, Joe, when they deliver, when you buy new clothes and that. And I've just got a bit of nice pink foil here. Now I'm going to use this centre one. I've got the foil press over here. I don't know if you're able to kind of move over to look at the foil press. You might be able to see it with our overhead camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to program 10 seconds onto the start of the foil press. So I've got 10 seconds on here. I'm going to put that on. What I'll do is I'll bring it over here so you can see it on the overhead camera there, right? Put that on and we'll press the start button and it'll count down that 10 seconds. Now, we're going to go face up with the foil. We're going to foil it into the centre of the little bit of tissue. I'm going to put the top on, so a little bit of a shim there. Put the lid on. And then all we do is we lift that lid out and that's going to go straight through the Gemini Junior. Now I'm using the smaller foil press and the Gemini Junior just because it's what we had here ready and I'm only foiling small bits. If you wanted to work on a larger scale, remember we've got the larger foil press now. So if I pop this back down there, I'm not going to plug it in because we're going to do a little bit more foiling in a minute. But then watch what happens. I peel this off, all right? And I'll let you have a look at this up close. As you peel this off, do more of what makes you sparkle, and that has transferred onto the bit of tissue paper. This is just the bonus in the background. This is the bit that we're going to be using, okay?
I'm always so shocked that it doesn't damage that tissue, Sarah, that you're able to transfer the foil but without, cutting through it.
It's so gentle, isn't it? Now, we just need to transfer this into our candle. Now, that was a tiny little one that I had, right? Let me show you. That was the scrap of paper I found. Here's one where I was doing like a practice onto a larger sheet. So it's just exactly the same, but it's just a little bit larger. So can you see, we lie that over there. Then what you need is you need a piece of grease-proof paper. Let me know in the comments if you've seen this technique before, or better still, if there's someone who's never seen this technique before.
Do you know
one
what
of my
I would love?
favourites.
Maybe you've tried this technique and you've got a picture of it. You want to send us that picture so we can share it with the rest of the Crafty community. We would absolutely love for you to do that as well. Lynn wants to know if Sara and Joe are going to see if they can beat Craig's 32 pancake tosses this morning.
32 pancake tosses? Wow.
There's no way I'd be able to beat that. Lindsay's saying great ideas for the Crafty Fun collection. Lots of people talking about how gorgeous the Vellum is as well, still from the Snowflake collection. Don't miss out on that. Don't forget as well, loads more to come today. We've got a Softer Side of Life show coming up for you in about an hour and a half time. And then me and Sara are reunited again for a launch party this evening. And then another chance to see what is left of this signature craft vault at 7 p.m. tonight, which is 2 p.m. UK time. And I'll give you a little bit of a taste of what's coming up for the rest of the week, because it's a stellar week this week, isn't it, Sara?
It's always a stellar week here at Crafty's TV, but yes, this week is particularly stellar, let's just say. Particularly awesome. We've got loads of awesomeness. I'm really excited about this afternoon show. Brand new launch coming up on launch party. You know it's going to be a big one. Hundreds of you have already been on and pre-ordered it, so I hope you'll be waiting now to hope my demonstrations live up to expectation when you've already ordered the product.
I have no doubt at all, Sara.
Right, so can you see what I've done there? I've literally just rolling that around, but all of the paper I've just heated whilst it's still under that wax paper. So that what happens is you essentially, this wax paper maintains the shape of the candle, so you can't actually see where the end of the paper finishes and the design starts. So now it just looks like it's foiled onto the front of the candle.
That is so clever.
Isn't that fabulous? And
Really
then what
is.
I thought we'd do is, because it's great to give a candle, right? But actually, we want to really make a display of the candle. So I've just put that back in. We're going to warm that through. And what I'm going to do next, Joe, is I'm going to do a cello bag. I'm going to show you how to foil with the outer frame onto a cello bag to put our candle in. I mean,
how awesome.
Fantastic demonstration.
Really fantastic. Cheryl, she says that she's done this technique. She found it really easy. That's always good to know. Definitely give it a go. Carol's never seen it before. She says, is that wax paper? Yes, it is indeed. And Norma Rods as well says she loves this technique. Look at as well some of the awesome things that you can create with rose gold as well. I mean, it is just stunning. It's so, I think, Sara, luxurious is the word that I like to use. Almost, I'd say, borderline glamorous as well. It's got a sort of roaring 20s Art Deco vibe about it, hasn't it?
Very classy. And at this price today, I mean, you can't afford to miss it. Are you ready? Do you want me to quickly finish off this demo, Joe?
Yes, absolutely. Is that your I am ready?
Just heard the beep. It's ready. Let's get a nice big piece of foil again, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one here. Now the cello bag, what I've done is I've just popped in, so it's just a cellophane bag, but I've just popped in a piece of cardstock to act as like a shim. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our foil press in so that you can see it. I've put it on 20 seconds here. It's all you need for a die of this size in your cello bag. You're going to pop that on and we're going to press the start button, right? I know you wouldn't normally work upside down. It's just because this is where my plug is, right? So 20 seconds to get that lovely and up to temperature. And then the piece of foil that I've cut it nice and big because this actually works as a fantastic transfer on like, don't throw the waste away. As soon as you hear that beep, you go face down with the foil. Then you're going to take that cello bag and we're going to open this out. So where's the top of my thing? It's right, it's here. The bottom part's there and I'm going to go kind of right in the middle of the bag there. So we've got that bag nice on there. Put the lid on here. Then we just do that little bit of a pull towards us, straight into the Gemini, and it's a mix of the heat and pressure. If you can get a substrate into your Gemini Junior or your Gemini, it's going to be able to foil onto it. So whether that's ribbon, whether that's fabric, whether it's a cello bag, whether you just saw me do it onto like vellum, we normally do it on thick materials. It's quite nice to show how you can do it on the thin materials as well. And then all we do, and bear in mind I'm live here folks, I'm doing this live, back to front, upside down, at a pace of knots, because this is a craft vault show where generally we're up against the clock, so we can only do a little bit of demoing. Now look at this, straight onto the front of a cello bag there. How professional does that look? And then you've got it so that your candle is going to sit inside. So do more of what makes you sparkle. Now I haven't got that quite perfect lined up, but I tell you what, it's not bad. I've done that another inch or so nearer the top. And then all you're going to do from there is a little bit of ribbon, and you're just going to tie a little bit of ribbon. So yes, here we go. Foiling onto bags and candles live on a craft vault show, Joe. Does it get any better than that?
Yeah, and from speaking to our customers, and certainly personally so, what I love about our foiling system is that it continues to be nice and shiny for months and months and months. I've had things before that have been foiled for... You've got to see what's going on over there. Are you all right over there?
Yeah, I was trying to tie me ball.
Sarah had she's fighting one part of it, tearing the other.
I needed another pair of hands and I didn't have one. So
I've certainly had stuff given to me before, Sarah, that's been foiled using different systems, like a diary, for instance, and it's foiled amazingly, but after a few weeks, the foiling sort of loses its shine and it becomes really dull. Whereas with ours, that doesn't happen. I love that.
Do you know what I'm going to do, Joe? I'm going to take the liberty of adding this onto the shelf along with my exceptional demonstration from last night, because
you do know that we take them off when you leave, don't you?
Well, yeah, but you do know that I come and put them back in as well.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I thought I did really awesome with my little box last night, and then I'm convinced I'm going to win, like Craft of the Week. And then
if Leanne beats you with the same thing, it's going to be war, isn't it?
I'm worried that Leanne's going to beat me. So I thought, right, if I add the candle, I'm increasing my chances of winning. Guys, I really need you to vote for me if I'm going to stand a chance at winning this Craft of the Week with one of these, right? And please all badger Joe and tell him we can make an exception for me candle to go on the shelf today. I've seen some of the stuff Fiona's been doing. I stand no chance. Right.
You're almost like that neighbour that keeps popping their head over the fence when you're trying to peg the washing out. That's what it's kind of like. We love it. Lots of you loving that. The foiling stamp, Lynn already owns it. She's just waiting for the foil press to arrive. Lynn's in Batley. Hi, Lynn. Lynn Harvey says, I've decorated a few candles before. I haven't foiled them. That is going to be the next thing for me. Rachel Ray Charm says, I've done this technique to match a card. I'll send a photo. Let me just recap what you're getting in that rose gold collection for you. Sentiment, which is awesome. You've got that frame in there as well. The foil stamp and die, foil stamp and cut die is coming in there as well. They still catch me out, those names. This one is that awesome little border embossing folder, and you've then got that cut and emboss folder in there as well. You're getting all of that, guys. Everyone's getting it for half price. No one's getting it for half price. You're all getting a bit more off than that, because you've all got some sort of status in Club Inspire. Whether you are silver, gold, platinum, you're going to get awesome discounts. But platinum members specifically, talking to you, you can get it for £20 today, saving you £30.95. $24, saving you $37.91. Awesome deal. The paper pads, I'm going to quickly run you back through these because they are really busy now. It's a 3-piece 6x6 collection for you. You're going to get Rose Garden in there. You're also going to get as well this one here, which is your Garden of Love, and this one's got gorgeous spot foiling within there too. And you're also going to get Caring Thoughts, which is awesome because that is the current Sara signature release that's out at the moment. You've got there those wonderful die-cut toppers, which are great as stoppers for your easels, and really gorgeous papers all the way through there as well. Right, do grab that. Less than £10 for platinum members, that one. We're going to journey into the Garden of Love. That is where we are going next because it is very busy there at the moment. So let's just whiz you through everything you are getting. So in here, you're going to get Wedding Invitation, which is this one just here, which is awesome. You're going to get Congratulations, Everlasting Love, which are your other sentiments that you've got included in here, which is fantastic. What we've then got is this one just here, which is your Save the Date stamp set that you've got just there, which is brilliant. The next one you've got here is the Floral Bouquet. not Mrs. Bucket, bouquet. Then this one again, great for making wreaths. Also brilliant if you want to make your own background papers. You've got pigment ink pads or quick dry ink pads, you're going to absolutely love doing that. The foil stamp die on its own, just to give you some idea of the value, should be $14.99 or $19.99. Platinum members are paying £18 or $25 for this, so really for a few pounds or dollars more, you are getting the whole collection. You are also getting 24 sheets of the most gorgeous vellum. This one as well is a bit more, has a bit less opacity than the pads that we bring you. It's very, very gorgeous for adding texture. I love that gold. It's got a really gorgeous pearlescence to it, that vellum. You get 24 sheets of that included in here, $23.17 or $32.34. Platinum members, however, $18.50 or $25.87 is what you are paying today. Garden of Love, Sara, as well. I mean, love and marriage is a theme that we're always going to create projects for, isn't it? So it's great that we've got something dedicated to that.
There's one thing I can guarantee you, Joe. People are always going to be getting married. People are always going to be having babies.
Yeah.
So those are the sort of things, and the trends don't change in those areas. So those are the sort of things that you just want to get stocked up on. Now, even if it's not people getting married, I absolutely love this design here. It's the first time we've done anything like this that was using that beautiful kind of frame, but it's a broken frame, Joe, so that then you stamp into the broken frame. So I wanted to show everybody how that worked. Even if you just love this design, it's worth going for the whole kit for the ridiculous prices that we have on the show today, okay? So this is how it comes, kind of in two parts, and I'm going to start with my foiling first. I'm just going to foil onto a bit of stamping card. So if I just bring this in, bring my foil press in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up at 18 seconds, because I think 18 seconds is about right for what I want onto here, right? So we'll go into the middle like this, and start the countdown timer. So it counts down our 18 seconds. And I've just got a little bit of the gold shimmer foil. Guys, we have all these foils on our website. I know loads of you have the foil press, have done Craig's master classes with the foil press. Hey, you might have seen some of my classes that I've done. It's one of those products that once you own it, whether you're foiling your foil stamps, whether you're foiling any of your other stamps as well, any of your other dies, there is just so much potential when you open up foiling. When basically you open up your Gemini machine from being die cutting and embossing to being die cutting, embossing and foiling. So all we're going to do there is feed it straight through, and then I'm going to get this and I'm going to stamp into the gaps that come with it as well. So if I pop this back on here, I always like that magic, I always like the magic reveal. Well, that means Statics kept it on there, so I haven't got that reveal. Look how awesome it looks.
Beautiful.
Let's imagine. Ready, we go, woo.
Ready? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Ooh.
Right? Now you're looking at it thinking, hang on, she's gone wrong there. Look at where that doesn't look right. You've got all these bits missing. No, this is what you're meant to do, right? Because watch what we do here, folks. It's about, let's just put the 8x8 stamp platform in so that I can get all of this perfectly lined up, right? If I add these on here, then what you're going to do is you're going to get the two stamps that come in the set, Joe. And I know for a lot of people this is like, right, I hadn't realised. And we just need to work out which stamp, that one either goes there or it goes, yeah, it's that side there. I can
Lynn
see
Farben says you should glue that candle to the shelf so I can't remove it.
Yes!
Good idea.
Thank
Good
you,
idea, Lynn.
Yes, a woman after my own heart.
And Laura says she votes for the candle. So you've got her vote, Sara.
So I've already got the vote. Brilliant. Now look at this. Can you see? I'm just seeing where that fits in. You can see how it kind of fits into the gaps. Now, obviously, when you're doing this at home, you won't be under the time pressure that I am trying to get this right and into here. But I tell you what, it makes all the difference when you've got that, when you've got this stamp platform. So there we go. I'm pretty comfortable that I've got that pretty much in place. Once we've got it in place, you're just going to come down, pick that up onto your top plate. Then I'm going to make sure I use one of my alcohol-proof inks so that I'm stamping with the alcohol-proof ink. And don't worry if you don't get the stamp right exactly the first time, because I'm going to show you how we can kind of go over it. So we get this into here, and you're going to stamp that into the gap there, right? And then if we look and think, oh, have we missed any bits, or do we want to clear it up a little bit? I can just come and add a little bit more on there, and we can go from there and do a little bit more There we go, because I know I can pop it down and it's going to go straight over the top in exactly the same spot. Exactly the same spot. And then that, you just do your colouring, whatever it is you want. If you look at the card that I've done, it's really, really simple. But look how effective that looks, because it's got the foiling and the stamping to go with it. And then you can use every one of your other, your other bases, your dies, your other stamped sentiments. I did one of these for my sister and her husband for their first wedding anniversary. And I just stamped H and M, Helen and Matt, in the middle. And I just thought it was so classy. Whether it's Valentine's, anniversaries, any love-related themes, I think especially with the initials in, just look fabulous.
Absolutely, it's an eleganza, extravaganza that is, Sara. Absolutely gorgeous. If you want to go for the Garden of Love collection, I'll just quickly recap what you're getting in there. Remember, you are of course getting your 3 different sentiments here, which is this one, which is your wedding invitation. It's also your everlasting love. And congratulations. You've then got stamps in here as well, remember, so you've got those save the dates, you've got the floral bouquet, which is gorgeous, that wonderful foil stamp die with the rubber stamps in there as well that Sara's just shown you, and you are getting the gorgeous vellums in there too. An amazing deal on one of our most popular signature collections. Do not miss out on that. Must go back to Glittering Snowflakes, because it is all about the luxury vellums that you've got in here. They are just exquisite. A really lovely opacity to them as well. Let me just show you that. So, they give you a little bit of interest behind, but they are really nice, good heavy quality. You're looking at 160 GSM, which is very thick for a vellum. Wonderful if you want to tear it, distress it. So many options when it comes to how you're going to craft that up. What you're also getting in there, I'm definitely going to knock this over by the end of the show, just letting everyone know that, right? What you're also getting in there are these fantastic stamps and dies. I would love to see this done with the pigment inks and then heat emboss that winter stamp and die. Just glorious. You're also getting in here as well the frosted window. Wonderful for your shaker cards. How about doing this with tissue papers and then actually making your own window decorations using that, just with a little bit of stick and spray, popping those in your windows. My neighbours, Sara, across the way, the ones with a baby moved out, Sara.
Right.
But the ones below them, they've still got their paper snowflakes in from Christmas.
Never.
Yeah, and my friend Lee, who lives beneath me, is outraged. He just can't get over it. They've still got the Christmas snowflakes in the window. He's going to write them a letter, apparently. You also get the cut and emboss folder in there as well, with that winter, the word that's in there as well. Looks amazing when it's been paper pieced back in. Maybe you're going to do that with a little bit of silver glitter card, maybe. £37 or $48. Bearing in mind you should be paying £25 just for the vellum pad alone. It means you get all the extra bits for £12, which is sensational value for money. It really is. Patricia's bought the Garden of Love collection. Thank you for that. She says, Teresa, it's one of her favourite collections. Panda said, I got the Garden of Love delivered the other day. And Diana and Michelle also really loving the vellum as well. There were some questions earlier, Sara, after your first demonstration on this, how we would stick that vellum envelope together. So would you like to cover that?
Yes, I stuck it together with our magic tape pens. Perfect for anything like this. Now I'm going to fit a quick demo in on the snowflakes, Joe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the winter embossing folder, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with just the parakeet, right? So just picking up a little bit of that parakeet, Joe, and then just onto I've stuck my finger in. Can you see how I'm just able to kind of build up the colour around the outside? And what I'm doing is ink on, dab it off, and then I'm keeping my applicator in the same spot, and I'm moving the cardstock around for it. That's
so juicy, aren't they, those?
They're lovely, and do you know what, parakeet's one of my favourite colours to work with. I
like the parakeet. I do love the ocean blue as well, and the fuchsia and the lemon tonic.
You just a small list then, Joe. But you can see, so what I'm doing is I'm just building up a little bit of colour around the outside, and it's just so smooth. With the applicators are absolutely brilliant for getting that lovely smooth finish. You just don't put your fingers in it and get them marks on, but you got the idea, right? Then, if we take that winter, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this inside. You are all, we don't need you on here, right? These are from the last bit of cardstock on there, right? So we'll get that off there. I'm going to pop this on here so that we're going to cut that winter in, And then I'm going to show you how we can kind of finish that off with another little bit of colour. Now, when you're using a cut and emboss folder like this, it is supposed to just be the 2 outside cutting plates. I like a little bit of extra deep emboss on mine, so I then also add in the metal shim. So just if you want a little bit extra, add that metal shim in as well, and it just gives it a little bit more crunch on there, okay? So a little bit of crunch on there. You've got that nice deep emboss, and then I'm going to use the crushed velvet to go over top of just where we've embossed winter here. So you see, if I lift this out now, right, all these will just pop out. So we've got a couple of nice snowflakes here. And then I'm going to leave it, I quite like these with the gap left in them. And you can use these snowflakes on the rest of your projects here, Joe. You know, don't waste them as it was. They're quite nice. Oh, brilliant for leftover bits of shaker cards. And then all these, and then all I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to come in with that crushed velvet and add a little bit of ink onto the winter.
Fantastic. Patricia saying great prices for all of these signature collections today. Liz also says that the rose gold, it just fell into her basket.
Just fell in, Lisa. That happens to me often.
It falls in they fall much easier at these huge discounts, don't they? As well, is the thing. I love the way you're using that ink just to pick that up there, Sara.
Just soft. I'm dabbing a lot of it off, and then I'm just kind of instead of going in round motions, I'm just kind of coming backwards and forwards a little bit to get that lovely winter on there. And if I want to build up more, then I can just then start and build up with a little bit more, taking off the excess.
The font's gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh, I love this one. In fairness, I remember when Leanne's team developed these, and I've been a huge fan right from the very, very beginning of when they did this one. So there's my winter. And then, do you know, if you want to take it another level again, you can always get your metallic markers. And then where you've got those little bits in there, can you see, I'm just going to come in and flood into there. I think I'll use the fine tip edge. And just follow, I think the wider edge is working a lot nicer. Just going to follow that into the edge. So it's just giving me that lovely little addition in there. So here's my winter. And then what I thought, Joe, was just to really give it the next level, I thought we could add a little bit of the vellum as a bit of a wrap around it.
Oh, nice.
Right, so I've got that into there, just enhanced it a little bit. I'm going to mount this onto a little bit of lilac card. So again, I'm just going to use the tape pens here. Look, this is going to really annoy me, these couple of little bits that I haven't popped out. I'm going to mount it onto the front and then use that little piece of leftover vellum that was off the edge. I noticed it was falling out of the paper pad, just screaming at me to be used, Joe.
Of course it was.
Just screaming at me to be used. So I'm going to pop that on here. And then watch what you do is you take that vellum and I'm going to say, right, we're going to wrap it round. So what I'll do is I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a score line for the first part. So I'm going to do, maybe give it a good 1/2 inch as a bit of a wrap there. All right, so it's going to wrap around the front for 1/2 inch, wrap around the back, sorry. And then once we've got that wrap around the back, how much space do we need? Well, we know the emboss and fold.
We've got a little song coming on. I want to wrap around the back tonight. We're going to wrap it back. I don't know, we need to work.
Nice, Joe, nice.
I mean, it's not quite Ben C shanty, but, you know, I can have a little bit of a work in progress.
There we go. Right, I've gone 5.5, so it's a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to trim off the edge here, so we've got plenty of gluing room. So I've just taken just a tiny little bit extra. So whereas the embossing folder was 5 inches deep, this is 5.5, so you just get a tiny little bit of bevel on it.
Leanne says she's never sure what to do with the vellum, so I hope we've given her a good couple of ideas here, Sara, what with the wrap and then also that envelope as well.
Absolutely, and maybe a couple of the samples that you saw us looking at, Leanne. I think this really adds a nice finish to the vellum. So watch there, we're just going to do that.
If you need inspiration as well, always remember Pinterest is a great place to go. Is it the Crafter's Companion Pinterest, where there's so many pictures of our collections there. Beautiful.
Loads of ideas. Now I'll just show you this one, then I'll show you a couple of the other ways that we've used it. So this would give us a really nice background, but the vellum's very translucent. That's where you would add, if I was just bringing the one that I showed you before. So there's that lovely embossing folder with that lovely vellum wrap around the front if you wanted it. So can you see, you can see it when you press, if you go tight, it's going to give you it, or if you give it the little bit of a bevel, then it's just going to kind of make that invisible and give you a nice background piece. And then
Awesome.
again, if I bring this one here, this is where it's another idea for the vellum. This has just been, can you see, lit up inside with one of those little, what do you call that? It'll turn.
I won't turn the lights out because I'll get told off.
Oh no, you will get told. I think you can see it quite nicely from there, can't you? I think that's a nice idea what to do with the vellum. But then if you just look, for those of you that missed the start of the show, oh, where's me lovely envelope gone? I've put me lovely, oh, right at the front, obviously. Look, if you missed the start of the show, I made a lovely vellum envelope for this as well. So it just shows you whether it's little apertures, whether it's the wraps like I showed you, or whether it's the envelopes, there's so much you can be doing with it.
Absolutely gorgeous, Sarah. It really, really is. I'm going to have to apologise, right? The hair, Sarah, it's just out of hand. It's like I've got a family of robins nesting in there. I don't know what's going on with it. I can't help it. We're going to just, I reckon it's going to get bigger as the week goes on. I'm going to literally look like Ken Dodd by the end of the week. Is what I'm going to look like. But they'll be open soon. We'll get it all cut again soon, looking coiffured. Sarah, your hair is looking awesome, may I say. Are you back to the special Dewberry treatment?
No, I just keep spraying a little bit of dry shampoo on every morning and trying to stand up straight like this so that it's not as noticeable. Yeah, and they've tilted the overhead camera, so it doesn't matter how far forward I lean, you won't get me overhead camera on. Because it's every time I lean forward. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're pretty bad. And then look how long it is. It's gone flicky out, it's that long.
It's looking gorgeous, though. It's looking very healthy and shiny, Sarah.
Oh, thank you. I've started buying really expensive shampoo and conditioner because I almost ruined it last year by putting the stuff in to try and cover the roots.
Yeah, I've been using the cheap shampoos, and my mum's told me off. She's got to use a decent one. Anyway, enough about our hair care routines. Let's recap everything that you've seen in the show. Remember as well, Crafty Fun. 40% of the Crafty Fun has gone. Remember what you're getting in there. This could well have sold out by that 7 p.m. show a little later. You've got a fantastic embossing folder. We've got metal dies in here, stencils which you can paste through and emboss with. 2 sets of stamps in there. I love those little metal charms. And you've also got in there that metal die as well, which is fantastic. $11.98 or $16.62 if you want to get your hands on that. Right, Garden of Love. Let me just show you what you're going to get in here. You are going to get 3 gorgeous sentiments within here, which is awesome. Congratulations, Everlasting Love. And you've got Wedding Invitation in here as well. This one here, this is your Save the Date, of course. Your Save the Date stamp set in there, so make sure you grab that. You've then also got in here as well the floral bouquet in there. And that's great if you love creating your own background papers with that one. That's awesome. You've also then got in here as well this one, which is your embellished frames, and don't forget you're also getting as well the gorgeous vellums that are in there in the white and that wonderful luxurious pearlized gold as well. So definitely make sure you grab hold of that one if you don't already own it. Do you know what I think? It's going so well. I think I've just knocked the rose gold all over the floor as well. All of these collections, I think it's a case of if you don't already own them, then you need to get them at this prices. It can only go up from here. I can only get less clumsy as the week goes on now. Rose Garden is what we've got here for you. It's a 3-piece 6x6 paper pad collection. I need to let you know half the stock has gone. Easy for me to say. A lot of peas there could go very badly. We'll see how that works out by the later show. We've also got the Garden of Love in here as well. Look at that gorgeous spot foiling that you've got in there. It is just, look at this. Boom, look at that, it's gorgeous. So get that one, and then what we're also going to give you as well is the most recent Sara Signature release 6x6 pad as well, which is the Caring Thought. So you can see in here you've got lovely die cut toppers that literally just pop out, make wonderful stoppers, especially if you've got your stacked easel collection. You'll love those stoppers, work perfectly with that. And then you've got all of the floral elements in there as well. Really beautiful, 6x6 size, again, less than £10 as a Club Inspired Platinum member, which is awesome. So make sure you grab that. Let me can you tell we're running out of time? It's getting faster and faster and faster and faster. We've got the sentiments in here for you as well with the rose gold. You've also got the frame in here. You've got the foil and stamp and cut die. You've also got the frame in here, the border in there, and you've got the cut and emboss frame in here as well. £25 or $30, a half price deal. Don't miss out on any of that. Sara, I've got Softer Side next, but then after that we're back together for launch party, aren't we? What are you excited for about that show?
We've got a brand new launch coming up in Launch Party. You can absolutely go and shop ahead of us if you want to get your grubby mitts on one of them before we come up with the demonstrations, because that is going to go crazy, crazy. And what I would say is, if you've watched this show and enjoyed the demonstrations, I would go and get checked out, because the chances are most of this product, bear in mind a lot of America isn't awake yet, so they wake up and the first thing they do is watch the Craft Vault before they watch the rest of the shows. So I would say, if there's something that you're wanting, go and get it checked out. Don't wait for the next show with this tonight, because I think by the time we get here tonight, we are going to be severely limited, if not sold out, of a lot of the Sara signatures that you see. It's not very often we get Sara's signature items in a Craft Vault.
Absolutely. Don't miss out. A lot of full baskets over on the website. Make sure you get yourself checked out, because until you check out, it's ours and not yours. But yes, get yourself checked out, get the kettle on, get a brew, have some breakfast, get some lunch, do what you need to do. But make sure you join me back here in an hour as well, because I've got some awesome deals for you on a load of back in stock fabrics. So I know a lot of you missed out on these fabrics last time. If you want to get your hands on them, then you'll have to join myself and the gorgeous Bernie Corner in an hour's time. So I'll see you then, and I'll see Sara a little bit later today. Take care, bye-bye.